Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Meal Prep Monday. It is day 15, and we're going to prep a bunch of stuff. So I've got 3 tips I want to share with you before we get started with meal prepping. All right, so the first tip, this is to have the best meal prep any time of the week, whenever you want to prep up stuff. So tip number 1 is to keep it simple. Keep it simple, all right? Don't go making, chicken enchiladas and lasagna and meatloaf and all these dishes, okay? It's meal prep. You're prepping. So you want to keep things very, very simple so that way throughout the week you can use the ingredients in a different way. So that's tip number 1. Just keep things simple. Just prep stuff. The idea is to make things easier for you during the week, okay? So don't worry about getting into too many recipes. Tip number 2 is to, what was my tip number 2? Hold on one second. Let's see, keep it simple. Oh, okay, I thought of it. Tip number 2 is to make a little list. Okay, you want to be organized. So just kind of go through your house. It doesn't have to be what I'm prepping this week, but just go through your house and things that you already have, things that your family likes to eat. You want to just make a list of things that you want to prep up. And when you make that list, you want to prep in the order of how things cook, so you make the best out of your time, okay? Because you don't want to be in the kitchen all day. That's not the idea either. The idea is to save a lot of time. So for instance, if you had roasted potatoes on your list, and then you had, cut fruit, you would want to roast your potatoes first, because while the potatoes are roasting, you could be cutting your fruit. You see what I mean? So you're making the best out of your time. So when you make a list, okay, if you have 6 things on it, you want to number it in the order of how things would cook. And so that you know, okay, I'm going to start with this, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this. So now instead of taking 5 hours, you did it in an hour and a half. Trust me, I did this a lot when I catered. You had to be very organized and very efficient and of your time. And the third tip is very, very easy. Have fun. Just have fun. Enjoy yourself in the kitchen. Take your time. Make a cup of coffee. Listen to some music. Listen to a podcast. Get your friend in there. Don't think of it as work. Just have fun. Enjoy it. And then you'll be thankful that you did all this for throughout the week. So anyways, I'm going to try to make this one video, but it might be one of 2 videos because I just want to show you guys when I'm prepping. I don't need to, go through each step, but I'm just going to take you along, and I'm going to start off with potatoes. So I've got this bowl of potatoes here. All right, so you've been following along with my shopping haul. This is from the 8-pound bag of potatoes and sweet potatoes I have. So what I want to do, because I'm keeping it simple, is I'm going to steam these potatoes. You can boil them. I'm going to steam them. The reason why I'm doing that is because, number 1, they are absolutely delicious cold as a snack dipped in ketchup when they're steamed. 2, I can now turn this potato into mashed potatoes. I can cut them up. There's Avery. I can cut them up, and then I can roast them, and they're already pre-cooked. So it gives me a little more options. So I'm going to steam these in the pressure cooker. All right, and I'll show you everything when I'm done. And then the sweet potatoes, I think the sweet potatoes I'm going to chop up and roast. And I'm not going to do all this. All right, when you are prepping, don't go too crazy. Don't start, making 20 pounds of rice, okay, or potatoes, because the idea is that you're eating this food. Remember, we don't want to waste food. We want to eat the food. So we don't want to create more food than what we know we're going to eat just to have it in there. All right, so you can always prep more later. So prep enough for that you think you're going to eat. So I'm going to start off with the potatoes, and then I'm also going to go through in my fridge. I'll show you. I've got some melon. I got cantaloupe and honeydew. I want to prep up, prep up some fruit. That's a good thing just to prep up. Don't wash your berries. If you have berries, they will go bad. But you can cut pineapple if you have melon. You can wash grapes, cut up oranges, cherries, mango, all that stuff. get that washed and cut up in the refrigerator so you have your fruit taken care of. So let me start with these two things, and then I'll try to keep the video shorter, okay? And I'll show you as I finish them, and then we'll move on to the next, and the next, and the next. So I got the potatoes in the pressure cooker. For the size my potatoes were, I'm doing 12 minutes, but you know, you cook until your potatoes are done. You guys know how to cook potatoes. The sweet potatoes I got diced up, just a little bit of avocado oil I had in the pantry, salt and pepper. That's it. I'm gonna roast these up at 400. I don't even know how many minutes. Just, you know, I'll probably stir them every 5, and I'll just taste one. That's what cooking's about. So I got the potatoes working, and I'm gonna get to the fruit next. All right, so I got the fruit prepped up. I got some honeydew and some cantaloupe, because that's what I had. But you do what you got in your house and what your family likes. Sweet potatoes are done. Now, just a little tip, okay? Don't overcook your food, okay? The sweet potatoes are just cooked because I'm going to be reheating all this food. I'm not eating this right now. I'm going to eat this through the week. So chances are, you know, it's cooked so I can put this on salads or something if I want it cold, but chances are you're going to be reheating it again. So don't kill your food. Don't try to get this all nice and crispy, because then when you go to reheat it, it's going to be burnt. All right, so that's just another little tip. So I got this ready. I got some potatoes ready. And now I think I'm going to do a little tofu. So I'm going to get that out and get that prepped up, and I'll show you. So for the tofu, I just kind of diced it up in some little chunks, bite-sized pieces. And I buy the extra firm because to me, what makes the tofu taste better is that little bit of a texture that you get when it's when some of the water's out of it. So save yourself some time from pressing out all that water and just get extra firm tofu. I bought it to dry just a little bit. I'm not that worried about getting it super, super dry. I'm just gonna season with salt and pepper, and I'm just gonna toss it in some cornstarch, and I'm gonna spray it with some Pam and put it in my air fryer and get it nice and crispy. You can do it in the oven too, and you can do this for any kind of protein you want. If you want to do chicken or something like that, just season up your chicken breast or thighs or whatever with a little salt, pepper, and just roast them up, and then you can chop them up after you roast them. But yeah, prep up some kind of protein. This is the protein this week that I'm going to do. All right, got the tofu in the air fryer. Like I said, I just coated it, seasoned it with salt and pepper, coated it with cornstarch. I just sprinkled cornstarch on, tossed it around. Some of the pieces broke up. Who cares? And I just sprayed the air fryer with a little cooking spray, and I sprayed the top. And I'm just going to crisp these guys up. Again, if you don't have an air fryer, you can very easily use your oven, okay? Just bake them. That's all. So that's going to be the tofu. Got that working. And let me think about what I want to do next. I'll check with you. Just wanted to remind you guys might be thinking like, oh, God, this is so boring. You should just season it with salt and pepper and just keeping it so simple. That's what you want. Watch this week. I'll be using all this food, and you'll see what I'll do with it and how much more creative I can get with the food, because I have a lot more options by keeping it simple like this. All right, so you'll thank me in the end. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some sprouts. So if you've noticed in 1 or 2 videos or so, I had some alfalfa seeds. I've had these for a long time. I bought them online, like seriously a long time. And I'll make alfalfa sprouts. But someone had suggested, have I ever made lentil sprouts? And I haven't done it in a while, but I have a whole bunch of just brown or green, whatever you call these lentils, in the pantry. And I'm not going to go in step by step of how to make sprouts. You can just check out a video how to do it. But basically, all I'm going to do to prep it and to make them is I'm just going to put a few in here. Now, this is a small jar, so I'm just going to put, and they will expand. So maybe like 2 tablespoons. And all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to let these soak overnight first, okay? And you want to have some kind of little sprouting lid. You can order this on Amazon, or some stores might carry it. It's real cheap. It screws right onto a mason jar, okay? And if you didn't have that, you could put cheesecloth with a rubber band, because you want to be able to drain, you want to be able to rinse them and drain them. So as you follow me along, you can see how I'm going to how these are going to turn into sprouts. I'll keep you updated. But for right now, I'm just prepping them. So all I'm going to do is soak them in some water, like that. And then tomorrow I'm going to drain it off and I'm going to start the sprouting process. Probably take about four days or so. Alright, so I'm prepping that now. And let's see what else. I got a list here of stuff. Oh, I think I'm going to make a sauce for you guys. Let's make a coconut curry sauce. So let me get all the stuff for that and we'll make that next. Let's make a sauce. This is going to be the last video. This is going to be part 1 of 2 videos. So for this coconut curry sauce, I've got this coconut butter I had in the pantry. But you could use canned coconut milk. Okay, that'll work just fine. This is kind of like butter, and I just use water and basically essentially make coconut milk. And then in the fridge, I had both green curry paste and red curry paste. And I thought I'd just finish up the green. So all I did was, and this is all to taste, guys, okay? I don't want to give you exact recipes sometimes because you need to learn how to cook. You gotta learn how to taste your food and make it to your preference. What I like and what you like might be different. So just get the idea. So I took about 2 tablespoons of that coconut butter and I dissolved it in a little bit of hot water to kind of melt it a little bit. But basically just use like a can of coconut milk. You can make as much or as little as you want. And then the curry paste is to taste. So I just have a little bit left in here. I just put some water, shook it up, and I'm just going to add this in here. But you taste it. If you want it more, a little spicier, put more of this curry paste in there. If you want it more mild, then obviously, keep it more of the sweet coconut milk. But that's it. I'm going to put a lid on here. And voila, I got a nice little coconut curry broth that I can use. So this is one sauce. I'll probably make another sauce as well, or I have some sauces I want to use up in the fridge still. So you'll just have to stick around for next week. We'll make some more sauces or dressings. Alright, this is it for video number 1. Catch the next video and I'll show you what else is going on in the kitchen today.